town hall meetings under other mayors for the past couple years, but I've never been successful in actually getting one to happen. So it's exciting for me, even though we only have 3 non-KMC people here to hear it. But you know, maybe this is the start of something big. So thank you all for being here today. As you all know, I'm your mayor this term, and I just want to share with you guys what we've been working on so far, what we've got coming up, and we want to hear from you guys on what we can do for you during our term. So first, basically the reason we're doing this is you know, to show transparency with what the government's working on. I think a lot of the time the KMC just kind of exists behind the scenes and nobody really knows what's happening, and that also makes it hard for people to get involved in stuff. So like when next KMC applications roll out, everyone's just sort of like, I don't know what that is. But you know, if you sort of feel like you know what's going on, it might make people feel more comfortable to try to get involved and get excited about projects. So we just want to make sure everyone feels comfy and can do stuff that they want to do. What I've been doing so far, it's been about 3 weeks since I've taken office, a little bit, slightly less than 3 weeks at this point, but we're coming up on finishing the first month. In the first 3 weeks, I have picked my super all-star KMC team, which was a really difficult choice because I had a lot of applications and I feel bad that I couldn't pick everybody, but we have some of them here today. Actually, most of all, no, everyone's here but Tamika, I think. Actually, Jasmine's listening in. So yeah, almost everyone's here today. So if you have specific questions for specific departments as well, we can do that. As part of picking my KMC team, who's going to help me out this term doing so many amazing things, I've been busy preparing roles and assignments for them, going through orientations that they all feel comfy and like ready to get started on projects. And aside from that, which sort of has took a lot of the 2 weeks up, I've started working on, if you were at the debate, you might have heard me talk about my promise to create renewable fuel for renewable and affordable fuel for everybody in Koholint, which I've started working on. We've had some roadblocks getting it going because the last Minecraft update broke kelp farms, and I was planning on kelp farming for fuel for everybody. Since that is not working currently, we have a very slow going kelp farm, and I've switched over temporarily until we can get that running to producing lava instead. If you guys take a look, not out this window. No, not out this window. Out this window, you can see it's not done yet, but there's a new fuel station right out here behind City Hall. It looks like a gas station, so it's on brand, right? It currently has super cheap lava and kelp. If you get lava, it's free if you return the bucket, so if you need fuel, it's there for you. Basically, the reason that this was something that was important for me to get started on was because as Koholint ages, we have less and less resources within the 4,000 block radius that exists. And if people are mining up all of the coal, there's not going to be any coal left at some point. So using fuel that we can regenerate and not destroy all of the world for is something that I find super important. So that's going to be ramping up here. I'm not quite done with it. As you can see, it's still a little bit unfinished out there. Hi, Grace. Thanks for joining us in this plane of existence. The reason that we can't do the kelp farm right now is because the only ones that are working are ones that are duping, essentially, and we don't want to promote duping in Koholint. That's not legitimate. So I have the super slow one going, but that's all we've got in the meantime. I've actually been swimming through some of the big lakes like Lake Tal, Lake Hylia, farming kelp from there. There's tons of it out there, so it should be stocked up pretty soon as I get it all cooked up. Currently, we're also preparing for Longest Night, which is coming up in 11 days. Super exciting. I don't have anything I can reveal today about Longest Night, so you'll have to see within the next few days here what we've got going on. But I'm excited to share Longest Night with all of you again this year. Yeah. I think you've all been here in previous years, so you all know what's coming. Yeah. No, wait, D2, were you here at Longest Night last year?
I wasn't, but I saw it
weren't.
through other guys.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
it's exciting. I love Longest Night.
Yeah.
Coming up over the next few weeks here for next month, we have been talking about breaking ground on the new fairgrounds. They're not named yet, but they're sort of over by Tarambo, by Davenport as well. So we'll have a new public space for people to get involved with projects they'd like to work on. Excuse me. We don't really have that all ironed out quite yet, but it's just gonna be something that's upcoming. So I wanted to bring it up here. Hello, Grace. We can't see your skin. You're Alex.
I see it.
I can't see
See
it.
it?
You're
Oh,
blue.
I can't. I'm the only one who can't see it.
Though. Yeah,
I can see
I'm
everyone
in my
else's.
Halloween skin.
I
You
can
have
see
a little
everybody
hat.
else's.
That's so cute.
Aw.
I wish I could see it.
Mm.
Also coming up in the next few weeks here, we're going to do, this is just sort of behind the scenes stuff, but we're going to do what I'm calling the KMC walk, where we'll be sort of going through Lurelin and seeing what we find that needs improved all together as a group, and so we can make a plan on how to fix some stuff around. But I would like to hear from those of you who are not part of the KMC today and see sort of, what questions you guys have for us about what we've been doing or what we want to do, what you guys specifically want to see us doing. Is there anything, that you've seen as a problem and you want to be taken care of that we can do to help out? Yes, Connor.
Funnily, it's the stuff that you mentioned at the very beginning that I realized that half the time, if you're not in the KMC, you have no idea what the KMC is going to do or has done.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly things are just changed.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was just, you already clarified that very much. So I just wanted to comment that very good decision.
Yeah, thanks. I'm also we're planning on doing some monthly blog posts as well to sort of talk about what's going on. I would, since we do have most of the KMC here, I would love it if, each of them would take a second to talk about what they're planning and working on, if you guys are interested in hearing that, because they all have projects that they've already gotten underway on. If any of you want to do that. Ace, you're crouching. Do you want to talk?
I mean, I was just crouching, but I guess. Well, I'm trying to get a donation drive started. I wanted to make it a bit more interactive to try to get more involvement from the community. So it's going to have a little redstone bar, and as each double chest fills, a light's going to go on. And once it's fully done, then there's going to be some kind of server-wide kind of celebration or some kind of server-wide event that everyone can participate in, and whoever has donated items get special I guess prize packages.
Ace is director of resources this term, so she's helping make sure everything that we need resource-wise is taken care of, and that it all goes to places that it needs to go to. Jonas, you're crouching now. Did you want to go?
Oh yeah, I am. I do it I do it kind of just as a
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I can go. And also if we're going this way around the table.
We'll just go around the table, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm director of community affairs, and I plan to do some work with Ace to get that donation drive going. And I had a lot of stuff planned for the Halloween season, but I realized a lot of it is already being planned and ran by admin, the contest and the what's it called, the Skeleton Crossing build and stuff like that.
Oh, you're welcome to get involved with that.
Oh yeah, I plan to get involved and do as much as I can. But as for running stuff, I'm focused right now on sort of planning for November and stuff to kind of work around the Harvest Festival, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, for now I'm just doing what I can and helping other departments.
I know some of you probably voted for Jonas for mayor, so you may be excited to know that we've put in a couple of his ideas so far also. At least I started putting out some stuff for the new players with the little scavenger hunt that he talked about when he was doing the debate. And obviously we want to. I think that Jonas had a lot of good ideas during his campaign too, so we want to make sure that we're, taking care of all of that and implementing where we can.
Oh, yeah, there was one thing I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
If anyone can help make my donation machine pretty, because it is just the skeleton right now.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get working on it during the next, probably after Longest Night when it's more Harvest Festival season. It'll be a good time to get that going. Devin, did you want to chat about what you've been working on as public safety?
Yeah. But this, who knew the server was so dangerous? I am going on every single road and making sure they're all safe, because to me, going up a vine and into a tree is dangerous. Also, I'm trying to light up the entire Lurelin, so there's absolutely no chance there's gonna be any bad guys anywhere. That's what I'm kind of working on right now, is just making sure that if anyone is doing anything, it's safe. And I'm working also in the nether net, making sure tunnels are safe with the nether net officer. We will be coordinating to do that, and that's in the midst.
Devin's also been swimming around the waterways, so our waterways were all dark and scary and drowns were coming up. So I know that too.
Part of lighting up nicely.
I think we've
also
sorry, go ahead.
getting rid of push spam.
Yeah. I know that I've spent like pretty much over the past 6 years, every time I come into town, I use like a stack of torches lighting stuff up, and it never seems to be lit up.
Right.
But I never really worried about the waterways too much before, so that's going to be big.
Right.
To help.
No more demand.
Yeah.
That's my main goal.
Yeah. That y'all better watch out before Devin starts doing rounds on bases.
Yeah.
Better get stuff up to code.
Base is not safe.
She'll get you.
As soon as the Ethernet goes, then I'll start doing bases.
Yeah, Jasmine's a director of Nethernet management this term. She's not able to talk with us today, but she's listening in. She has been working on getting everyone's tunnels and portals labeled so far, so we can sort of get rid of redundant hallways and also make sure there's not a bunch of like dangerous portals that lead into the middle of nowhere, that kind of thing. I know there's been like a lot of like gaps and holes in the hallways, that kind of stuff, so she's sort of patrolling and marking down what needs to be fixed. But once we have all the active players' portals marked, I think more construction's going to start going on to start fixing things up. So I think she just finished up with that drive a couple days ago. D2, you want to chat with us?
Well, sure do. Hello, my name is Devin, or D2. I am the director. Hi, Devin. I'm the director of education this semester, our term, and we just had our fall semester started. So I'm going around and collecting our tuition, and almost everyone is paid. There's only a couple people left that I have to hunt down, but so far it's been a pretty good turnout for that.
Nice.
There's a lot of bookkeeping I have to go through and update for students taking courses and teachers and what they're going through. I have some plans for some remodeling at Ruby Hall upstairs to do some more like departmental offices for everyone, for all the different departments. Going to be working on the degree program and going through and figuring out pathways for actual, if you're taking enough courses to actually get a degree and have a piece of paper, a certificate that you can hang on your wall and be like, look at this, look what I've done. I'm also looking into doing the redstone class, like making a lab for the redstone under there, so you have lots of space, Ace. Because I know when you're making your class, that's kind of been an issue. I know you've been doing it at your base at some point, but having an actual nice hall for that would be, I think, awesome. And other than that, just trying to figure out ways to make it more enticing for teachers and students alike, and to make the following semesters go smoothly. So yeah, that's my stick.
Yeah, and for those of you who have taught before at LIK, I don't think Devin knows this because I just kind of put it in his paperwork this way, but we're changing a little bit about the pay schedule since we've had issues with classes not being taught after people sign up to teach classes. So you will receive your salary at the end of the semester rather than at the beginning from now on. And if you don't teach your class, you don't get paid.
Says
Yeah, so that's
Makes sense.
yeah. Yeah, I think in the past we've had a little bit of an issue with that, so just make some slight changes. Did we go over everybody's role? Oh, Tamika's not here today. So what Tamika's been doing, she's been doing a lot for our treasury. Last term, because our treasury was in really bad shape for the past at least like year and a half. I remember very distinctly when Maffer finished up her role as treasurer, and then she said, "By the way, the government's broke. Bye." And it's been bad ever since. So I did my best last term as treasurer to start cleaning things up, and I think we've made a little bit of progress, but Tamika was really what we needed. Organization-wise and experience-wise, she's been in the KMC quite a bit in the past, and she's really familiar with how the treasury works. So she's been getting all of our records up to date. She's been consolidating all of our finances, and she has made a really nice like spreadsheet system so that we know where the money is going and what money is coming in. And basically that makes it so we know what we can, like how much we can use, how much we can give back to the community, that kind of thing. And I think it's she has a plan for the bank right now to make sure it is more useful for everybody rather than just getting drained out of emeralds all the time. She's doing like a rotating system where it'll trade other items instead of iron and gold all the time that people were, I say this lately, people were kind of abusing. So some of those ores won't be available for a while. You can still get them back, but you can't put them in for emeralds. And I think this month we have copper and I forget what else she said. It was in the announcements. Copper and lapis maybe that you can get out instead or put in instead. I don't quite remember. I'm sorry. We'll have to check the announcements. But yeah, she's been really doing a lot to overhaul the bank and our treasury, and it's looking really good. I'm really excited. I think we're finally going to get back on track after at least a year and a half of being in the red. So, and I know boring economic stuff, blah blah blah, but it's really good for us, and not just for like the KMC, but for Lurelin as a whole. Because if the treasury is doing well, then we can give more back to the citizens. So yeah, that's sort of where we've been at. Connor, Grace, Ruby, do you guys have anything for us that you'd like to ask or know more about? Yeah, Ruby?
I was wondering, I think that the ofrenda we had last year was super cool and very great, and I want it again. I think Dias de los Muertos starts on Sunday next week, so that would be a soon project.
Yeah. I'm finalizing the spot for that, but we're gonna get started on that very, very soon. It'll be for longest night is from the 31st to the 2nd, so that incorporates both holidays.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll get that.
By the way, all the decorations that I used then are still in the KMC storage, so I just need somebody to chuck those at me.
Yeah. We can do that for you. We'll get you a guest pass. So yeah, we're gonna do that. I think we're gonna do that around the residential district instead of outside of City Hall, though. I'm just trying to get a good spot for it, and then we'll get started on that soon. But thank you. Yeah, I'm excited about that too. Yes, Connor?
I just want to praise you. You've done a lot of things in a very short amount of time. I think that's the most impressive mayoring we've ever had.
Thank you. I've been wanting to be mayor for a while, so I was excited to do
Yeah,
it.
that's why I'm excited about being mayor, because I was like, oh, it's time, finally.
Yeah, I always felt like I wasn't allowed, but fuck it, here I am. And hopefully, you know, since we have so much like transparency this term, hopefully, like I was talking about, it'll maybe get the next person excited to do some heavy mayoring next term too. That's my hopes anyway.
4 more years. 4 more years.
6 more months. Grace, do you have anything for us that you'd like to chat with us about?
Nope, I just wanted to sit in and listen on our first town hall meeting.
Well, if you guys don't have any other questions, I did want to chat a little bit at the end here about community builds, because I know typically the mayor leads a community build. Typically the mayor will decide what it is, but it's for the community, so I don't want to just tell you all what we're building and then decide on it. So I'm wondering if there's anything specific you guys are sort of feeling like we need around Lurelin, or not even maybe just in the city center, but maybe around the outskirts, that kind of thing, that you would be, first of all, excited to get involved in, and second of all, that you feel like is needed. And maybe if you don't know anything off the top of your head right now, if you want to think about it and, you know, bring it up in chat a little bit later, that's also cool too.
I can't think of anything specific, but I'm thinking something that would be very helpful for new members, besides just like, oh, here's a bank, oh, here's like a stack exchange, like something that would actually be like extremely beneficial for the early game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we were talking a bit with Jonas, who's sort of in charge of the new member experience a little bit this term, about creating a space that would be beneficial and very helpful for new members. I'm also wanting to sort of revamp the welcome committee process, and we will need some new welcome committee members because the ones that are in right now are not super involved for the most part. So if anyone wants to do some welcome committee stuff, we are going to be sort of maybe not streamlining, it's not the right word, sort of revamping it to make it more interactive for new people to get involved with stuff. Yeah. Thank you for your ideas. We definitely want to do that. I'm not sure if that'll be the community build, but we're definitely going to work on that during this term. I want to sort of, something I want is to maybe put something across the street from the library. I'm not sure what, but I just feel like it's just library and then just like empty, scary jungle on the other side of the street. And then I feel a little bit scared when I walk there at night. So I think we could put something across the street there.
Everything scary jungle.
Yeah. Alright guys, well that's sort of all I had for you. Unless anyone has anything else they want to talk about today. No? Okay, cool. Well, keep your eyes peeled. We're gonna start having our monthly KMC blog posts rolling out soon, and I'm sure you'll see plenty of other other messages about what we're doing. Let me check really quick because I know we have a couple other town halls planned. Let me give you an idea of when they're gonna be rolling out, so we can prepare for next time.
Jasmine is suggesting a potion house
Ocean House.
where we can
Ooh.
brew potions.
Dip 'em. Yeah, that sounds nice.
And
We have the brew. I wouldn't want to compete with Jin's
Isn't there a
enterprise.
so
But
fair.
not a bad idea either. Next town hall is going to be in January, so first week of January. I have it scheduled for January 5th tentatively. But,
We
you know,
could-
that's a little ways away.
Oh, we could make that. We had talked about that pet sanctuary for all the lost pets, that we could teleport them to a safe place.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's not bad too. I can't visualize what that would look like, but we could definitely think about
I
that some more.
picture it like a miniature town.
A town for all the pets.
Like it's just tons of tiny
Oh.
houses for the animals.
You
Like
know
in
what we could
Zootopia.
do? We could give pets to the people in the residential district.
You're right.
You know what? That's better. That's better. That's why you're mayor.
No, you just gave me that idea, so maybe you should be mayor.
I lost. Remember?
Well, you can always win next time. There's always next time. Koholint goes on and on and on and on and on. Forever. As long as the
And
windfish stays
on
asleep.
and on and on.
If the windfish wakes up, you're all fucked. We'll never see each other again.
Oh god.
Damn. Alright, well, I'm gonna wrap things